Two good friends, two former doubles partners, two electric tennis players coming together for the Wuhan Open Final. Jess Pegula against Coco Gauff, and it will be the world number 3 to get us underway. Jill Krabas and myself, Peter, just to talk you through it. Yeah, more or less, please. Continue as you've started.
Almost didn't seem like they needed the warm-up. They were just aggressive. What a first aggressive. Good point from both. Very high quality.
Well, when you called it straight away about Pegula's favourite shot, that backhand up the line, which is so useful against Coco Gauff, but she was ready for it. Some excitable Chinese fans. Of course, mentioned earlier on about Gauff's success in this country. Pegula actually talked about how the fans have taken it to another level this year in terms of with their support. She did pay great homage to them in that win over Sabalenka, saying, look, she understood playing against a 3-time champion here. She felt it was pretty even in terms of the support, but the crowds were really getting into the encounter. Well, very good early signs for Gauff. Of course, two shots that are always under the microscope with the American, the serve and the forehand, and both pretty flawless in that opening game.
Yeah, I almost feel like she has a conscious effort of really accelerating through from the start on that forehand side. Because in the couple of previous matches, we saw her maybe get a tentative and then work her way, but she did it right from the start.
Well, start of the week, all eyes were on this as well, weren't they? The WTA finals, and at the start of the week, Pegula wasn't in. She secured and booked her ticket to Riyadh, so she doesn't have to worry about that. Neither does Coco Gauff. She'd already qualified. But it's going to be fascinating after this week, by the way. Of course, a couple of big tournaments still to come in Ningbo and then in Tokyo. 2 places left, 3 players don't fit into 2, so it's going to be really interesting to watch in the coming weeks. But right now, we're enjoying this final. Pegula to try and respond. Oh, wow, I mean, hasn't put a foot wrong so far, Gauff.
I think also part of Gauff's strategy would be to really try and get Pegula on the run right away if she can. She knows that Pegula's played so much tennis, so many 3-set matches, just for her to make it more physical for Pegula.
First point on the board for Pegula. Bound to be a little bit of stiffness, you would have thought, for the world number 6. It's a later finish for her as well, even though it's 7-6 in the third. It was only 2 hours and 15 minutes the match against Sabalenka. a lot of emotional energy, no doubt, used. So very quick turnaround for Pegula after one of the best wins of her career. She's got the bit between her teeth early on here, Gauff.
Yeah, she's being super aggressive. I mean, we've always known her to be aggressive on that backhand side, but even more so that last shot, she was looking more to step in, not allowing herself to back off that ball.
One just flies, so Gauff picks up the early break. No reaction from Gauff, which is interesting, isn't it? Because she played Zheng Shuai earlier on in the week, and saw this sort of demeanor from Gauff the whole way through that match. And she said afterwards she had so much respect for Zheng, and she absolutely loves her as a person that she had to almost stay in a little zones and didn't want to celebrate, didn't want to get angry. It was just a calmness, and I wonder whether it's going to be the same today against a good friend.
I feel like it's been that way since that match, even when she played Sigmund in the quarters and also Paolini in the semis. I think you and I both noticed that she still had that same demeanor about her.
By the way, Gauff was also chasing a little bit of history. I mean, we were debating before this match who you go for, who are we predicting that's going to win, and I was saying it's a match I wouldn't go near. It's so tough to call, but it's diving into the numbers. One of the numbers certainly in Gauff's favour. She's 8-0 in WTA level hardcourt finals, and she's looking to make it 9-0. No one's ever got to 9-0. No one. So it would be a little bit of history today if she was to win this final. Easing away up the court, did that so well yesterday. I could say yesterday, all week. Pegula been clinical when she stepped inside the baseline. Pegula talked a lot about in the press conference against Sabalenka, something that you pointed out throughout the match, is in the strategy. She picked up on the right strategy to beat Sabalenka, particularly midway through the second set. Yeah. What's the strategy today? I mean, and has she got to change it, whatever it is right now?
Yeah, I mean, when you know someone so well, I mean, they know these two know each other unbelievably well. It's a great shot, and that's the shot that I feel like could give her the advantage in this match. She's so good at that. That's not easy to control so much when it's above your shoulders down the line to find that corner, but that shot I think will work very well for her if she can continue to find it. But when you know each other so well, it's tough. You always want to try and somehow find a way to surprise your opponent, bring them something different. I'm assuming we might start seeing the drop shot from Pegula a little bit. Or from Coco. That was a great recognition from Gauff, just noticing how well she was able to get Pegula so far back. So it was a perfect time to throw in the drop shot.
And the ball just flying. It just feels at the moment like Gauff has that little bit more energy. It's come out with real intent, and it's been a mightily impressive start from the world number 3. Backs up the break for a 3-love lead. Seeing it like a football right now, Gauff. I mean, mentioned already, lost just the 16 games to get to the final. If she does win the title here, almost certain it will be the fewest games anyone's won this Wuhan title with. Least games ever dropped to claim the title here, 36. So the fact that Gauff's on 16 is amazing. She will, because you can only lose a certain amount. She pretty much will have that secured.
Returning with such good depth right now. So off that first ball, Gauff's been able to capitalize on that with some short replies from Pegula.
And we saw this yesterday, didn't we, against Sabalenka with Pegula. She started slow with the serve, got broken a number of times. Actually didn't hold serve until midway through the second set. She said she was telling herself just to stay calm because of the slower conditions, the high humidity, the cooler conditions, the ball not going through the court as fast.
It's similar.
So it's similar today, so I'm sure she'll probably be telling herself just to try and stay calm, not to get frustrated.
It was fun to watch yesterday because we really saw Pegula all of a sudden just get a lot more aggressive. Now, in the beginning of this match, she has to adjust to a little bit of a different ball because Gauff's forehand goes a little bit higher. It goes more above the shoulder, so it's a different kind of rhythm that Pegula's got to get used to. It almost seems strange to say that because they know each other so well, but when it's so immediate after last night and changing to today and coming back right away, sometimes it can take a moment to adjust to that different tempo.
That's more like it from Pegula. You talked about a bit more aggression. Stepping in and taking that forehand nice and early.
Yeah, that was good court position from Pegula. Just that slight momentum forward. All it takes is one step to cut that angle off, to make it a little bit more balanced, to connect with the ball.
On the board, somewhat later than she would have liked. Again, no reaction from her. That's a good hold. Saved the break point. I mean, you almost answered the question I was going to ask you anyway, Jill, because just wondered whether, as we see some stretching here, whether the start here from Pegula has been a little bit because of the dramatic finish yesterday and how quick it would have been to turn around to play today.
And also just physically how much tennis she's played. I mean, sometimes you can feel that when you walk on the court, and it takes a couple games to feel physically better and get into the swing of things.
And the stiffness to wear off.
Yeah, exactly. You start to get that adrenaline. You start to get that more of that energy. That's great body serve. Serving well so far in this beginning of this match for Coco.
She's only missed 2 first serves. She's won 9 out of 10 behind the first serve.
Pegula can find a way to keep that ball lower like that. That one was just skidded through the court a little bit better, and it forced Gauff to have to lift up on the ball. It's a couple mistakes we've seen from Gauff is when she's had to really have to lift up, and she's hit it long a couple times.
Oh, it's outrageous. Just incredible athleticism from Coco Gauff. It's been said time and time again, but it's a delight to watch.
Yeah, we know how fast she is, but it's more than being just quick. It's how understanding what to do with that ball when she gets up to that ball. And it was perfectly placed deep into the corner to force Pegula to hit the lob.
And there is the Gauff team. No doubt very happy with the start that she has made.
That's well handled from Pegula. Wasn't a bad choice from Gauff using that slice, trying to just go down the center of the court to take away the angle. Just landed a little short for Pegula to take control.
I just wonder as well for players playing Pegula right now, everyone knows the record, the 8 deciding sets that she's played, winning 7 of those, as I say, a point away from winning all 8. Nothing is coming easy against her. Didn't quite get the height on the lob. And this time an easier put away for Gauff, but again, that first step is lightning.
Yeah, another great get. Just reacted very quickly to this let court. And again, the depth of that chip is so important. Pegula just has not been able to get the depth needed so far on the lob.
It's a first double. Feels like we're into the match now. Not just because of that double fault, but just because Pegula's started to look more like Pegula that we've seen throughout the week. It's an electric forehand right into the corner.
Advantage Gauff.
That's a big hold. Just felt like momentum could be shifting. Gauff ensures she's still the one in control of this first set so far. Leads 4-1. So Pegula serving 1-4.
That's what Pegula needs to do after the serve, is stay up on that baseline. Gauff's been returning well with some good depth, but she's been caught a couple times falling backwards. Did better there, staying stable, taking that ball, being nice and stable with the legs.
Oh, it's fantastic. Stayed so calm on the ball, Pegula, for the final shot.
How she found that feel on that lob. That was well done. I almost felt like it was too quick, just pure reaction from Pegula. It's a great return.
You look at the serving numbers. When Gauff's finding the first serve, she's winning 80% of the points, whereas right now Pegula's winning just 58%.
Well, that miss just indicating exactly the type of play Coco is wanting, is that consistently that higher, heavier ball. Just sprayed that one, but good intention.
The bigger points early on, we're going Gauff's way. Pegula's been able to battle through a couple of service games now. Once again, being able to hold, having been under pressure. As we mentioned, match against Sabalenka, she started to find solutions after about a set and a half, and was where the match turned in her favor. Also, she talked about being able to raise her level when it really mattered. no was the shout straight away. Knew as soon as she hit it, Pegula would have got there anyway.
I think that was probably the longest rally of the match so far, and I think it was good indication for Pegula just to try and stay in that a little bit longer. Coco just getting slightly impatient in that rally by going for the drop shot. I also think Pegula is getting better at handling the higher one. She's okay to not go full force at it, willing to be a little bit more consistent on that first return, on the first few shots in the rally.
It's just asking a few more questions of the Gauff forehand right now. That's a 5th unforced error on that wing for Gauff. Yeah, she's suddenly just lost her rhythm. Talked about now being a 6th unforced error.
She's almost trying to work the ball in the court rather than what we saw in the first few games where she just trusted it more accelerated right away. And now a couple of break points for Pegula.
Oh, what a return and what a backhand to finish the point with. Right, Pegula off at your peril. After a slow start, she's on the comeback trail again. World number 6 breaks for the first time. Gauff leads, but only 4-3 now. Of course, talked about the twists and turns that we've had this week. We always have in a WTA 1000 tournament. But it's such an amazing sport, isn't it? How quickly it can change. If you watch the first 3 games, you're thinking, well, this match will be done in about an hour, maybe less than that. Now, opening set very much in the balance. Pegula on the comeback trail. Serving with new balls, 3-4.
And the thing to me that's changed is Pegula, one, has gotten a lot more consistent off the ground. I think, you know, what worked for her against Sabalenka in the semifinals is she stayed up on the baseline, willing to use that pace of Sabalenka's against her. And now her court position's a little bit further back because it's a higher ball. She's giving herself a little bit more time on the ball to find that rhythm.
Concern will be the forehand for Gauff. And I mean, we've talked about the strategy that Pegula played against Sabalenka, knowing that she likes the forehand cross-court early, and she worked that out. Of course, I think most players know the strategy against Gauff to pepper that forehand as much as possible. It was why you pointed out she's actually got a good game to play against Gauff with that backhand line that she's so comfortable hitting. I think this sport is so often about who adapts better. And that's to do with the weather, the conditions, your jet lag, your time that you play.
It changes every week.
Who you're playing against, what you're dealing with.
I mean, tennis players have to be willing to adapt because everything changes every week. That's a great game.
And so right now it's all about Coco Gauff adapting. Pegula's adapted to the start that Gauff made. It's now whether or not the world number 3 can find solutions to the forehand in particular that's leaking. And as you say, great game from Pegula. And she's back level. So if you are Gauff, because you've been so good at calling strategies and what players should do, what's she got to do here on the forehand?
Oh, it's good serve.
That'll help, right?
Yeah, it's what I said a couple of games ago, actually, where I said it looked like she was trying to work the ball all of a sudden with the forehand. And what she did so well to get that 4-1 lead is that thought was just out of her mind. She just accelerated, trusted it. She can hit the forehand well when she, when she wants to, and she uses it well. She has that high, heavy forehand. Sometimes can flatten it out, so she can change it up. It's just when she tries too hard to get it in, that's where she kind of loses rhythm. Which
again we've mentioned throughout the week, and talk about why it's such a mental sport. You need to have speed for control. That's racket head speed to generate the topspin on the ball, which is such an oxymoron when you're tight and you're trying to just place the ball in. Your whole body's saying, no, hit this slower. That leads to more errors. Classic example from Pegula, every shot to the forehand.
That was also great, though, adjusting. I mean, Gauff threw everything at her. There were a couple forehand chip slices, a really high, heavy ball. Then Gauff trying to run forward and rush Pegula, and Pegula handled that whole point very well.
Second double. First serve percentage is understandably started to come down. First 3 service games, barely missed a first serve. It's now missed 9 out of 29. That's a fine response to the double. It's something we've seen all week from Gauff. She's managed those double faults very well. It's a fantastic point. Pegula right now just looking so steady, no matter what Gauff throws at her.
I mean, her movement's gotten better since the start of this match, which we predicted would happen. Just she's played so much tennis, but now is feeling a little bit better, I think, running around the court. And even though Gauff knew that pass was going to go down the line, that backhand down the line, Pegula was able to keep it so low over the net.
Second ace of the game. 4th ace of the match for Gauff. Which is impressive when you consider it's actually only hit 9 aces all week. So hitting her spots well in this first set.
Interesting, because I think that actually is not a bad play for Gauff, because that high ball is so much easier to take cross, and that feeds into her backhand side, but just got off balance on that last backhand.
Oh, would you believe it? Almost too easy. Gauff got the shot horribly wrong.
She got there in plenty of time, and I just felt like she rushed the actual swing, just tried to get rid of the ball so fast. She has so many options as well.
Oh, it's glorious. What a strike from the backhand. And that's a big game to win for Coco Gauff. Had to work incredibly hard to win it. And it's a game away from taking this opening set. 5-4. It's been a fascinating first set. Pegula serving to stay in it now. 4-5. It didn't quite do enough, having got to the drop shot, Gauff, but once again, Pegula just weaving her wonderful web.
At that time, she just was in the exact right position, and when she has that much time on the backhand, it's so tough to know where to be at the net because she can hit that backhand anywhere. Mark Marklin, one of the two Marks that's in the Pegula camp, other one being Mark Knowles.
Of course, you went to the same university.
We did, Mark Marklin, so yeah. University of Florida.
What do they teach there? Because both of you are so strategically on it.
I don't know. Maybe we just fed off each other at that moment. We were there at the same time. Very nice guy, though. Very down to earth. Very calming, I think, to have on the sidelines.
As we said yesterday, big decision to move away from David Witt, who had so much success with her, but has continued to have great success with the two Marks. The right shot. Shot was on, just didn't quite execute it.
Throughout that rally, Pegula starting to find a lot more depth on her average rally ball. And that's what was able to get her the shot she wanted.
Wow. She left herself a lot to do, Pegula. Down 1-4. This opening set against such a great champion in Coco Gauff, and that's always dangerous. So Gauff here with the chance to get over the line in set one. Again, they're unaffected by the scoreboard. Conviction on the forehand.
It's slightly more aggressive off at the return, Pegula. I'm just sitting in the center of the court.
It's just so easy, but so hard to hit it. Something like that. Either way, didn't get the slice backhand right. Gauff with another chance, another set point for the world number 3. It's Coco Gauff who takes the opening set. A topsy-turvy encounter so far. She raced out of the blocks. As we've seen throughout the last 8 matches, Pegula then coming back. But Gauff, in the end, finds a way to get over the line to take the opener 6-4 in 47 minutes.
Time.
It's a magnificent arena here in Wuhan. And the fans have loved every minute of this week. Big names coming to town, and so many big names were in the quarterfinals, almost more than any other year. Different metrics, and they are witnessing an excellent final as well. Tactically, absolutely fascinating. Gauff a set away though from another title in China. By the way, trying to hunt down what would be a 3rd WTA 1000 title. First since winning in Beijing last year. Usually, Jill, start of a set, I'm asking you, what can the player that lost the set do change?
Yeah.
But I imagine you're going to say not too much because of how that first set started and finished.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think too much. I just feel like Gauff it came down to just digging in and just making Jess hit one more ball. I feel like Gauff in the end made it really physical, that last game in particular. Smart, directly at the body, just hard and fast, right at Gauff at the net. And I think she just kept throwing that ball up, that high, heavy ball, and you feel like, in a sense, that you have the opportunity to get aggressive on it, but it's hard to keep getting aggressive over and over again. Then Gauff just moves so well, the ball just keeps coming back.
A point only Coco Gauff could win.
Just like we were saying, the ball just keeps coming back. I mean, that is just so frustrating for Jess, because she was in control, but yet it was just enough out of reach where she couldn't put the ball away, and the speed and the defensive skills of Gauff just winning that point.
I mean, it blows my mind what she's able to do, as you say. The movement, just sublime. But of course, at the start of this match, for me it was a coin flip who was going to win this encounter. But it's 100% Jess Pegula who's going to win this second set, right? Because she only deals in 3 sets.
Exactly.
Looking for a 9th straight 3-setter, Pegula, and has the chance to get off to an ideal start in set 2 here. Should love that forehand back, though.
Well, Jess has been actually talking about that. I mean, I think after a post-match interview in her quarterfinal match, I think something like, yeah, I don't know, I don't remember what it feels like to to win in straight sets. So, I mean, that's got to go a long way, knowing, okay, I lost the first set, no big deal.
Yeah.
I have it in me. I know I do.
Well, 5 of the 8 matches that have gone the distance, she's lost the first set in, and won 4 of those. The only loss coming to Noskova, where she had match points. You can hear the U's and the R's. Second double in the game. And as we say, Pegula loves a comeback, loves a 3-setter. And off to the ideal start in set 2. Bit of a helpful hand from her friend and former doubles partner. But an early break for the world number 6.
I think, just taking a look at Coco's serve, it's obviously, you know, she's been working a lot on it. To me, it looks like a lot smoother motion. She, of course, has added Gavin McMillan to the team, who was working with Sabalenka on her serve for a long time, and I feel like it does look a little smoother. I mean, we expect so much of her being at the top of the game, but you got to give huge credit. She's willing to do it right away and incorporate into a big event. I mean, she just hired him right before the US Open. So I think that's huge credit that she takes it on board right away and is willing to do it in matches, in big moments.
You've got to remember as well, still only 21 years of age,
right.
Gauff, and of course the people around her, and we've always talked about how great the people around her are. We'll be saying, hey, look, when you're looking at Pegula, who's 31, and we've seen this week, late 30s, Siegmund, you know, go deep. She's in the early stages of her career, so if she can fix the serve now, the amount of titles she can win from here till the end of her career will be astronomical. Almost robot-like, we've seen from Pegula. All the drama, all the emotional twists and turns, she has just stayed so calm.
I also feel like that's probably a characteristic to have that's helped her through a lot of these 3-set matches, right? She doesn't get overworked if she loses a first set or if she loses her match points down. I feel like that calm demeanor can sometimes really help. I mean, it does depend on the character you have.
And she seems calm both on the court and off the court. I mean, we were jumping up and down yesterday with that incredible match against Sabalenka, but then she gave the interview and just, she was happy, but it was, again, pretty calm, pretty, yeah. She's beaten the world #1, 7-6 in the third, having been 5-2 down in the final set.
Wasn't it like an explosive celebration? Yeah.
Comes back on Gauff's side. It just feels like suddenly the fine margins just going Pegula's way. Had a net court go her way in that game. And that one also going her way. So backs up the break for a 2-love lead. Towards the second hour. As Jill pointed out earlier on, Pegula's played nearly 4.5 hours more on the court than Gauff this week.
Well, a few more unforced errors now from Gauff, and I think because she's trying to be a little bit more aggressive. I think she's realizing, you know, that acceleration through the ball has been more effective. That's how she got the lead in that first set. But so right now, spraying it, but I think she's trying to make the right adaptation.
Incidentally, as we see Pegula get more break points, again courtesy of a double fault. Only one player has ever come from a set down since the inception of this tournament in 2014 to win the title. But Pegula was a stat killer in that regard in the semi-finals. Said 18 of the previous 19 WTA 1000 semi-finals have been won by the player who'd taken the first set. Pegula changed all that against a player who'd won 20 straight matches here. Yeah, finds the pass. Needed 2 bites of the cherry, but smart play from Gauff.
Yeah, smart going directly at the body. But you have to go hard because the only option is to just block it back. And that next shot normally gives you a little bit extra time to then get the angle past the net player. Stayed really nice and low with the legs there, Gauff, to stay balanced.
What's happened here with the serve? This is now.
Sometimes it's not always going in the net or out, and sometimes you can start thinking how to make those adjustments. So it's just, you know, it's still trying to find that rhythm for her because she is making some changes to the serve, but maybe just thinking too much, overcompensating a bit. I've noticed that she is trying to go occasionally harder with the second serve and missed a couple.
Wow, 5 doubles now in this second set for Gauff. 7 in total, and that old Achilles heel flares up once more. Pegula breaks again for a 3-love lead. It looks likely, doesn't it? Could be heading for yet another deciding set with Jess Pegula. Still a bit to go, though, in the second set, but a double break lead for Pegula. Nicely controlled. That's a thumping winner from Pegula. Type of shot we have seen time and time again this week. Such a clean, linear ball striker. Catching Gauff by surprise there. Of course, she was leaning, expecting the ball to go to her forehand. Always dangerous drop shot in Gauff. Foot speed again.
It worked so well yesterday against Sabalenka because she used it by surprise, but just Gauff has that very quick step forward to the ball. Just very quick reactions.
Oh, that's a real slice of luck. Needs it right now, Gauff. Have the chance to get one of the 2 breaks back here. That's more like it from Gauff. Does get one of the breaks back.
That was well done because she just didn't hesitate. As soon as she hit that really good forehand, deep cross court, immediately came into the court to take the next one on the rise. A good commitment there from Gauff.
As you said before, the subtleties, isn't it, within what Gauff does. The switches in the pace and the speed and the spin.
And I think also she's okay to just, loft the ball in the air, because even if her opponent gets aggressive, she knows she's fast enough to cover that next shot.
And it seems so tactically smart against Pegula as well. She just seems such a rhythmic player.
Yes.
Pegula likes pace,
Exactly.
likes to redirect.
And to be able to just neutralize.
Yeah. The double faults keep on coming. 6th of this set. 8th of the match.
Now she's looking for some advice on that serve from her team. Just from the reaction from the crowd saying she couldn't really hear them, what they were saying, but she's just got to focus, let that go.
Yeah, a little surprised, slightly conservative approach, cross court to the backhand of Gauff, and from there, I thought it was trouble for Pegula.
Yeah, to get that high one over the shoulders of someone that has a two-handed backhand. She was right to take it early, but a couple things. One, it's so hard to time. Two, it's hard to get enough pace on that where you can hurt your opponent. Gauff's found her consistency again.
Oh, some return from Pegula. This time it's Gauff's turn to be on the comeback trail. First time she's held serve in this second set. Reduces the deficit from 3-love to 3-2. Of course, we've seen all the Chinese fans who really get behind their players here. They pick a player and then absolutely support them to the max, bring in gifts and signs and all sorts of other things, which is great to see. Give them nicknames as well.
I think the players love it.
Yeah.
They've really loved it. They've enjoyed it. They've enjoyed how much the fans have become a part of it.
And Pegula herself's been saying, you know, the fan experience has gone to another level this
Yeah.
year, but also there's been many upgrades to hotels and things like that, so it's really enjoyed her stay. But yeah, you just got to. Some of the nicknames are pretty funny as well. Both Pegula and Gauff have found their own nicknames particularly amusing. Of course, Paolini's probably best known, the boss. That's the one I think she enjoys, but for Coco Gauff, it's either Little Rocket or Fruit Salad Queen, which she did then say, look, I quite like my fruit salad, but...
Because she has it on changeovers for
Yes.
sugar, for energy, yeah.
It's a little surprised Pegula seemed to stop there, but once again, mesmerizing movement from Coco Gauff.
I also love the clarity that she has when she gets to that drop shot, about the shot she needs to produce just to stay in control of that point.
It's all the fruit salad she eats.
Must be.
Yeah. She said obviously she wanted to be named after an animal and suggested wolf.
Okay.
I prefer
Did
fruit
she expand
salad
on that? Why she wanted wolf in particular? Maybe it's her favorite animal. I don't know.
I think it reflects her fierce competitive nature on the
Nice,
court,
yeah.
and her calm demeanor off it.
Got it. Change of rhythm, smart from Gauff, throwing in that low slice and then stepping up with just a little bit more pace on the last backhand.
She's hungry like the wolf right now to get back to level pegging. Break point Gauff. That's long. And again, all the junk ball working so well for Gauff, mixing up the spins and the speeds. And having been down a double break, does indeed get back to 3-all. The only thing, by the way, with the Wolf nickname that I was a little disappointed is because Denis Shapovalov used to have a mascot, Wolfie. Sat courtside all the time, so he was kind of a wolf. And then Djokovic said,
yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, and then Djokovic said, you know, he's part of a wolf
right?
pack is his thing as well. So he's the wolf, so he used to wear T-shirts with wolves on them. So I just kind of felt I wanted something different for Coco.
But that's what she connects with, I guess. So
Yeah.
you got to
I suppose
go.
you can have, you know, it's a wolf pack then, right?
Exactly.
Shapovalov, Djokovic, and Gauff all in it.
You got to go with what feels right to you.
Yeah. It's not a bad wolf pack, that, by the way.
No, not bad at all.
Oh, yeah, just love it.
That's such a good pattern for Jess. When you leave that line open, you know she's going to take it. And it doesn't even matter if you know sometimes the ball is going in that direction. She strikes it with such high quality. It makes it tough to run that ball down.
She set the point up really well, but can't find the pass this time.
It's good recovery here from Jess mentally after getting, she was a 3-love in this set. Last game getting broken, showing a little frustration, but she's bounced back well.
3 break points. Both players talked about the cooler conditions leading to a number of breaks of serve. Already seen 4 breaks of serve out of the 6 games in this second set. So perhaps we shouldn't be too surprised. Again, it's cooler tonight. get the timing right off that return.
The thing is, you know, you get a second serve, you know you have to go for it. You got break point. It's worth being aggressive in that moment, trying to apply some pressure.
That's only the third second serve that Gauff's made in this set. That's out of 9. 6 of them have been doubles. Oh, it's exquisite. What feel from Pegula. And this time the drop shot is just too good. We have another, perhaps, momentum shift. It's certainly another breaker serve. Pegula in front once more. 4-3 second set. Oh, that is great to see. Clearly at home, done some preparation there. So many of these players inspiring so many Chinese youngsters. Last year we did see Zheng Qinwen in the final. Been an injury-plagued season though for Zheng this year. Hope that she's back to full fitness next year.
That's so good from Jess. That's a tough one for Gauff to get out of because she just couldn't get that ball deep. Pegula's shots were such high quality, deep in the cross. Ball just kept landing shorter and shorter from Gauff. That's a great angle. Thought maybe Gauff might have thought about sneaking forward to the net, but did well to really take her time on that last ball.
Oh, glorious. Doesn't often react too much, Pegula, but she enjoyed that lob.
just puts a little bit of pace off the previous shot to force Gauff to not be able to generate enough pace on that. Gave time and love for Pegula, but perfectly placed.
He's able to hold serve to open up a 5-3 lead. Are we heading to yet another deciding set with Jess Pegula? If we do get to a deciding set, by the way, it would mean both players would have the chance to complete a first on the WTA Tour. Mentioned earlier on, if Gauff wins this match, she'll be the first ever to win her first 9 hard-court WTA finals. If Pegula was to win in 3, she'd be the first ever player to win 5 straight deciding set matches at a WTA 1000 and then lift the title. Every match going the distance. Never been done before since the format's inception since 1990. There hasn't been a period where we've seen a player just win 1 game in a row in this set. So if Gauff can hold here, she'll fancy her chances at getting the break back. And it's a really confident service hold as well from the world number 3. Haven't seen too many love service holds for either player. And that will just add to the pressure as Pegula will come out in a few moments' time to serve for the second set. Well, it's a fascinating final. It's very much in the balance. We've seen a lot of momentum shifts. As I said before, Pegula, who was up a double break 3-love, pegged back to 3-all, then up 5-3, now 5-4. Can she get over the line? If she was to do it, it would almost be a similar set to what we saw in the first set, where Gauff ran out into a big lead, was pegged back before then being able to secure the set. Oh, it's so good.
Wow.
Even though a little bit of luck in the rally, but it was like watching chess on a tennis court.
Yeah, that mishit from Gauff just somehow landing just inside the baseline. Another good combination that's been working for Gauff, throwing in that slice, then really stepping up with aggression on the next shot. Really, that backhand's looking a lot more confident from Gauff, striking through it a bit more.
As I said to you just a moment ago, I haven't seen in this set a player win a game and the other player win a game. It's been runs of games, and Gauff right now with all the momentum, 7 straight points. Make that 8 straight points as she breaks back. And it's 5-all. Of course, that's probably the pressure of the foot speed of Gauff, knowing that the drop shot has to be right on the money. And getting it just wrong there, Pegula.
I think also love 40. You know, it has to be so good, even from that regard, to the score line, knowing it 3 break point chances for Gauff.
Oh, wasn't much space, nearly squeezed it up the line. 9 straight points for the world number 3.
She's already automatically gotten a lot more aggressive on the backhand. Good pressure coming forward after that backhand cross.
He stops the run of points against a Pegula. Is that just a sign of a few nerves, is that the finish line is now in sight for Gauff. An absolute lung buster of a point. But how good was that in the end from Coco Gauff?
So consistent and just kept the ball almost out of reach sometimes for Pegula. Pegula was looking to take it aggressive every single time, just couldn't find the angles.
Must be a nightmare to play against. The previous point with the forehand, Pegula's probably thinking, okay, she looks a bit tight here. Let's test her out. But passes that test with flying colours, Gauff on the next point. Oh, it's just long. How hard and how good it's got to be to win a point right now against Gauff with her movement.
Such a good time to use a drop shot too after that previous point with such a long rally. Still have to have some steady hands there in that moment from Pegula. She did well.
Three games in a row for Coco Gauff. And she's a game away from a 3rd WTA 1000 title and a 2nd one in China. Leads 6-5. Yeah, smiles all round. It's been such a wonderful tournament. Is it going to end here, though? That's the big question. Just Pegula needing to stop the rot. She can't lose in straight sets, can she?
Oh, it seems strange.
5-6, serving to stay in the championship. Of course, yesterday, if you were with us, serving for the match against Sabalenka, hadn't hit a double all week. It only hit 2 double faults all tournament, and then hit 4 double faults when serving for the match. The first one coming on match point. So not the time to lose the serve again. I mean, it must just be an absolute nightmare to play against. Just the junk ball, and I use that word in honor. It's tough to junk ball, and she's doing it brilliantly, Gauff.
I mean, also at this point, you know she's just going to do with all her might, get every single thing back into the court.
But that's why I was saying it's a nightmare, because you've got different balls to strike, different paces, different spins, and then you've got an opponent where you're not able to generate much pace and she's getting everything back. It's an art form. Oh, it's a shame.
Oh, she missed it.
It was an amazing first volley. But what a get again from Gauff, just forcing her to try and hit the line again.
Yeah, just running everything down. Great hustle.
And here is a championship point for Coco Gauff. Got it! And Coco Gauff is the Wuhan Open champion. Having won Beijing last year, now adds this Chinese city to a list of honours. It's a 3rd WTA 1000 title for the amazing American. It was a performance littered with everything. Court craft, the incredible athleticism that we're so used to seeing from her, as well as plenty of wondrous winners. Gets the better of her good friend and former doubles partner, Jess Pegula, and wins yet another WTA title, an 11th of her career, and does something no one's ever done before. She's won her first 9 hard court finals on the WTA Tour. That is something special. Defeats Jess Pegula 6-4, 7-5.
It was just incredible fighting. I mean, it was a great match to watch. We knew this was going to be a battle either way. I think it's tough because they know each other so well. They're playing their compatriots. We knew it was going to be something special to watch. And I think for me, Gauff just fought so hard. It seemed to me that she had a little bit more in the tank.
First, I just want to say congrats to Coco and her team. Amazing job this week, guys. You played, some great tennis this week. Yeah, congrats and all the best. I know we'll see each other soon in a couple weeks at WTA finals. So good luck to all of you guys. And just an honor to play you too as a friend and a fellow American in the final. It's our first final, so that was a lot of fun being able to play. And yeah, congrats.
首先，我要把我的祝贺送给 Coco， 我的好朋友，因为我们知道在这场比赛当中，我们都发挥得很不错。同时呢，我也知道在几周之后的 WTA 年终总决赛，我们将有机会再度碰面。同时，我也祝贺你跟你的团队在这一周以来打出了非常不错的网球。我们的友情一直会继续，谢谢大家。
Next, I want to thank my coach Mark over there in the box. It's just been us for a long time here in Asia, playing a lot of matches, playing a lot of three-setters, a lot of long matches. So thanks so much for, being able to turn our Asian swing pretty successful this year compared to last year. So always trying to get better and work through a lot of challenges. So thanks for that. I think we can go home feeling pretty proud.
同时，我要感谢 Michael， 因为我们来到亚洲之后，打了很多很艰难的比赛，打了很多3盘的比赛，很困难的比赛，非常高强度的比赛。所以，当我们回家的时候，我们会带着这份自豪回去。
Also, not just you, but I have to thank the other Mark, Knowles, before I tend to forget sometimes, who is not here. But also shout out to him for, supporting and helping and being part of the team. My trainer, John, who somehow kept me fit over all of this tennis. I don't think I've played this much hours on the court in such a short amount of time and actually felt good. So, shout out to him and my family and friends back home that have been supporting me. I can't wait to see you guys soon. I'll be home, hopefully tomorrow. So I'm excited.
同时，我要感谢我所有的家人、我的团队。可能他们不在武汉此刻，但是我很快会见到他们。我很感谢他们在一个赛季在我的比赛当中一直对我的支持。
And just lastly, of course, I just want to thank the tournament for putting on such a great event. It was awesome to come back here and see some improvements from last year. The fans, the volunteers, everyone that helps out. I mean, everyone is so friendly walking through the hallways, through the locker rooms. Everyone is so nice, so supportive, and it does such an amazing job to put on this event. So thank you guys for supporting me all week. Thank you to the fans in China. You guys have been amazing. I didn't know I had this many fans here. It's been incredible. This amount of support I felt, not just here, but in China this entire time, has grown every single day. So thank you guys so much. I appreciate it, and can't wait to be back. Thanks.
Thank you.
First, I'd like to congratulate Jess on an incredible tournament. You were playing a lot of three-setters. You were a three-set queen, so I was determined not to let you get there today because I felt like the odds would be in your favor on the third set. But no, when I came on tour, you were one of the first people to be nice to me and welcome me with open arms, and that really goes a long way and still goes a long way. So I appreciate you, and it's great to finally play in a final against you, and I hope for many more. So congratulations and thank you. It's an honor to share the court with you. And congrats to your team, Mark and the other Mark and John and Seba and everybody else.
首先，把我的致意送给我的对手佩古拉，因为可能今天打的是2盘，如果3盘你就有更多的机会。当然这是开玩笑，但是真的这一周下来，佩古拉表现得相当的出色。在巡回赛当中，他也是一直对我非常的友善。我感觉到在决赛当中跟他打比赛非常的棒。同时也再次祝贺他的团队，你们拥有一个非常好属于网球的一周。
Thanks. Next, I would like to thank my team. It was a great Asian swing. I'm going to call JC out. He originally didn't want me to come because I had a tough U.S. Open, but I had to prove him wrong. I'm a very stubborn person, so maybe he said that on purpose for me to have a good result here. But yeah, thank you guys. Thank you, Richard. Thank you, Maria. We have a new addition, this Asian swing, Joe. He's been a lot of fun, so I appreciate him. And then we have Gavin. He's in South Africa right now, and also a newer addition, but very important to this process and this result. So thank you all. I know we have our ups and downs, but this moment makes it worth it. So I appreciate you guys a lot. And yeah, I'm looking forward to a long flight back with you guys tomorrow. And then next, you want to translate that?
Yes, thank you. 哇，有点长啊。首先还是要再次感谢我的团队，因为在进入到亚洲赛季以来，我的团队真的帮了我非常多，无论是我的体能师、我的教练、我的家人们，他们在日常生活还是场上场下的训练，一直在帮助我进入一个最好的状态，所以我真的是非常感谢我的团队。
And then I would like to thank the sponsors and the staff and everyone that put this tournament possible on, especially Dong Fei Voya. It's been an incredible tournament. Like Jess said, the improvements that have been made since last year have been very important and makes this week very easy for us. So I appreciate all the staff, all the volunteers, ball kids, everyone that makes this tournament possible, and I look forward to coming back next year.
同时，我要把我的感谢送给我们的赞助商，特别是东风蓝图汽车，当然还有其他的赞助商，你们让我们的比赛变得更加棒。但同时，我们比赛里面的同仁，无论是裁判，无论是我们的工作人员、志愿者，每一天你们都让我们的比赛变得更加容易。所以我非常的高兴，或者约定大家明年回到武汉，继续在这里打比赛给大家。
And then two more things I have to say. I would like to thank my family back at home watching, my mom and my dad, grandparents, my brothers, and everyone that I love, my boyfriend, all those who keep me sane on and off the court. And I really appreciate you guys. And even though you're afar, your support is felt. And also, I have a huge thank you to all the Chinese fans and all the fans that have been supporting me here and also in Beijing. You guys have been like beyond my expectations. I literally had to bring an extra suitcase back home because of all the gifts that I received. So I just want to say thank you all so much, all the love, the support, and everyone that makes me feel so welcomed in China, especially so far away from home. And I think that's why I have good results here, because of the good energy.
在最后呢，我要把我的感谢送给我的家人，我的爸爸妈妈，还有我的当然还有我的男朋友，他们的爱一直让我支持着我在场上有更好的发挥。同时来到中国之后，我真的感受到大家对我的喜欢非常的热情。从上周的北京中网开始，到这周来到武汉网球公开赛，我受到了大家非常多的热情，我收到了非常多的礼物，以至于我需要用另外一个非常大的行李箱，才能把大家的这些热爱带回家。真的相当的感谢各位。
And this is last thing, so we can all go home. My faith is very strong part of who I am, so I like to thank God another opportunity to be in a final and just keeping me safe, something that I always call on. And yeah, that's all I wanted to share. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you all, and I'll see you guys next year. 谢谢。
Thank you, Coco.